Welcome once again to another new video. This is Santosh Sahu and you are watching Sahu's tutorial. And in this video, I'll be covering some important MCQ questions on English literature for the upcoming CUET PG English literature exam. I'm conducting 1000 mock test series for the upcoming CUET PG English literature exam. This is the part 13. In the previous 12 videos, I have discussed 460 important MCQ questions along with explanations in this channel. Please visit the playlist, that is CUET PG English Literature mock test, and in that playlist you will get all the videos that I have uploaded recently. I hope that those videos will definitely help you to prepare in a better manner. It will definitely boost up your confidence. So without wasting your precious time, let's get started with question number 461. But before starting the session, this is my humble request to all of you. Please do subscribe the channel and tap the bell icon to get more notification that I will upload in future. So here is your first question on your screen, and if you want me to make video on any particular topic, you can write down in the comment box. You can suggest me in the comment box. I will definitely make video on this topic. So today's first question on your screen, please do answer in the comment box. So today's first question 461 begins with all the world is a stage and all the male and women merely players. This is the famous lines. The famous lines, all the world is a stage and all the men and women merely players. Quoted from A Midsummer Night's Dream, no. March and About Nothing, Pericles, no. None of these. So none of these is the right answer. So here, so actually these lines appear in As You Like It. As You Like It. These lines appears in As You Like It. As You Like It is the this is the drama, the play written by William Shakespeare, and in that play, these lines appear all the world existed and all the men and women were the players. And here is the explanation. The most famous speech in As You Like It is the Seven Ages of Man, which begins as all the world is a stage and all the men and women merely players. And these lines actually appear in Act 2, Scene 7. In Act 2, Scene 7 of As You Like It. So this is all about As You Like It's famous quotations. And moving on to question number 462. Who wrote the poem Patriotism? William Shakespeare, William Wordsworth, Sir Walter Scott, Robert Browning. So the poem Patriotism was written by Sir Walter Scott. Sir Walter Scott has written the poem Patriotism. Next question. Who is the author of the book The Time Machine? Time Machine, Robert Heinlein, H.G. Wells, Arthur C. Clarke, Robert Terry. So Time Machine was written by H.G. Wells. H.G. Wells, this is the post-apocalyptic science fiction novel. Post-apocalyptic science fiction novel is Time Machine written by H.G. Wells. Moving on to question number 464. It's a or an epic poem, an elegy, the novel, a burlesque. So Beowulf is an epic poem, Old English epic poem. Beowulf is an Old English epic poem and written in alliterative verse. Written in alliterative verse. So On Liberty is actually an essay. It is by Charles Darwin, John Stuart Mill, Karl Marx, Thomas Hardy. So On Liberty is an essay actually, and this was written by whom? Charles Darwin, John Stuart Mill, Karl Marx, and Thomas Hardy. So On Liberty, this On Liberty was written by whom? On Liberty was written by John Stuart Mill. And here is the explanation. On Liberty is an essay by English philosopher John Stuart Mill and was published in which year? It is published in 1859 and it applies Mill's ethical system of utilitarianism to society and state, where John Stuart Mill suggests standards for the relationship between authority and liberty. Okay. Next question. Lapis Lazuli is a poem written by Hopkins, William Butler Yeats, Larkin, none of these. So Lapis Lazuli, and this poem was written by whom? This poem was written by William Butler Yeats. Has written the poem Lapis Lazuli, and it was dedicated to whom? Lapis Lazuli. The poem was dedicated to for Harry Clifton. So it was dedicated to Harry Clifton, and it was written by William Butler Yeats. And the poem begins with, "I have heard that historical women say they are sick of the palette and fiddle bow of poets that are always gay." So actually, and this poem is actually a symbol of permanence. Symbol of permanence. Okay? So it was dedicated to whom? It was dedicated to Harry Clifton, written by William Butler. It's Lapis Lazuli, a poem. Next question. Who knows but the Waltmary world may end tonight. Okay, so who knows, but the world may end tonight. In which of Browning's poems the above lines appears? So your options are the last right together, one word more, the last touches, none of these. So this line actually appears in the last right together by Robert Browning. So A is the right option over here. Who wrote the book Cancer Word? Who wrote the book Cancer Word? Alexander Solzhenitsyn, Boris Pasternak, Leo Tolstoy, Alexander Pope. So it was written by Cancer Word, was written by Alexander Solzhenitsyn. So here A is the right option. Next question. The last book of Gulliver's Travels. Last book of Gulliver's Travels is Voyage to Lilliput, Voyage to Gutenberg, Voyage to Hunems, Voyage to Laputa. So actually, the last book of Gulliver's Travels is Voyage to Hunems. So C is the reductions. The first book is Voyage to Lilliput, the second book is Voyage to Gutenberg, and the third book is Voyage to Laputa, and the fourth book is Voyage to Hunems. So first book Lilliput, then Gutenberg, then Voyage to Laputa, then the last one is Voyage to Hunems. So here 4 is the right option. Next question. Who kidnapped Mowgli in Rudyard Kipling the Jungle Book? So Mowgli was kidnapped by whom? Ka, Bandarlo, Balu, none of them. So Bandarlo had captured Mowgli in Rudyard Kipling's novel The Jungle Book. The Jungle Book. Next questions. The Silent Women is a play by G. Bishop, Shakespeare, Marlowe, Ben Jonson. So the Silent Women, which are played by Ben Jonson, it is actually subtitle and its original title is okay, the first title is here Epicoine. Epicoine or the Silent Women is a play written by Ben Jonson. And here is the explanation. Epicoine or the Silent Women, also known as Epicene, is a comedy by Renaissance playwright Ben Jonson. The play is about a man named Dauphin who creates a scheme to get his inheritance from his uncle Morose. And the plan involves setting Morose up to marry Epicoine, a boy disguised as a woman. Okay. Moving on to question number 472. What is the occupation of the character called Wife of Bath in the Canterbury Tales? So in Canterbury Tales, what is the occupation of the character called Wife of Bath? She was a knight, no, physician, no, nun, seamstress. So she was weaving. So seamstress is the right option. So professional seamstress. So wife of Bath has married 5 times. Wife of Bath has married 5 times, and she is even ready to marry another one. So 5 times she has married wife of Bath. Character appearances Canterbury Tales. And she is by profession here a seamstress. Next questions. Which social class does the character Miller belong to in the Canterbury Tales? So Miller is a clergy, no, nobility, merchant class, no, peasantry or tradesman. So Miller belongs to peasantry or tradesman. So yeah, D is the right option. Next question. What is the name of the inn? What is the name of the inn where the pilgrims gather before embarking on their journey? Before starting their journey in the Canterbury Tales. So the inn in Canterbury Tales. Before starting their journey, where the pilgrims were gathering. So was it the Tabard Inn, the Green Dragon Inn, the Rose and the Crown Inn, the White Hart Inn? The Tabard Inn. Tabard Inn, Haribel's Tabard Inn. So A is the right option. Haribel's the Tabard Inn. Okay, what is the theme of the Chaucer's poem in Troilus and Cressida? The theme of Chaucer's poem that is called Troilus and Cressida is love and betrayal, heroic warfare, religious devotions, courtly romance. So it is love and betrayal. So the theme of fickleness can be found. The theme of fickleness can be found in this poem Troilus and Cressida. So here love and betrayal is the right option over here. Next question. Chaucer's Canterbury Tales is written in which language? Latin, French, Old English, Middle English. So it was written in Middle English. Chaucer's Canterbury Tales is written in Middle English. Moving to question number 477. Canterbury Tales. In the Canterbury Tales, which character is known for his greed and corruption? The wife of Bath, the pardoner, the knight, the miller. So for greed and corruption, it is the pardoner. Pardoner is the right option. Next questions. Which work by Chaucer is collection of 24 interconnected stories told by a group of pilgrims traveling to Canterbury? The Canterbury Tales, Troilus and Cressida, the Book of the Duchess, the House of Fame. So it is the Canterbury Tales. Which work? So Canterbury is a collection of 24 interconnected stories. 24. So it is actually it is incomplete. It is an unfinished work, but it has 24 interconnected stories told by a group of pilgrims. And they were traveling to Canterbury. So here A is the right option. Next. The following works by Chaucer is a tragic love story set during the Trojan War. The following works by Chaucer is a tragic love story said during the Trojan War, the Canterbury Tales, no. Troilus and Cressida, the Parliament of Fowls, the Legend of Good Women, no. So it is Troilus and Cressida. Troilus and Cressida is the right options, and its spelling note is the Legend of Good Women. Legend of Good Women is the spelling note, Troilus and Cressida. Troilus and Cressida is said during the Trojan War. So B is the right. We get to question number 480. In which Trojan War do the characters embark on a pilgrimage to the shrine of Thomas Becket? So they were going to the shrine of Thomas Becket. Canterbury Tales, the Parliament of Fount, the Legend of Good Women, Toilets in the City. So yes, the right option is the Canterbury Tales. The Canterbury Tales, the pilgrims were embarking on the shrine of Thomas Becket. So A is the right option. Next question: who is the author of the medieval English poem Piers Plowman? As the Plowman, written by William Langley, Geoffrey Chaucer, John Milton, Sir Thomas Melody. So Piers the Plowman was written by William Langley, and it has three texts. Okay, three versions of text. William Langley is the right option. Piers the Plowman is the right option. Piers the Plowman is written by William Langley. And his literary genre, as William Langland's Piers the Plowman belong to, was it an epic poetry? No. Romance, satire, tragedy. So William Langland's The Plowman is a satire. It is satire. Okay. So C is the right option. Okay. And there is the reference of that is the pigeons word. Pigeons word. Next questions. Who established the first English printing press? William Caxton, George Eliot, Thomas Hardy, and another. So William Caxton. William Caxton established the first English printing press. So here A is the right. Next question, Piers Plowman is written in which language? Latin, Old English, Middle English, French. So Piers Plowman is written in which language? It is Middle English. C is the right option. Next question, how many versions of Piers the Plowman are believed to exist? 1, 2, 3, 4. So Piers the Plowman has 3 versions. So C is the right option. C is the right option. Here the following characters represents the ideal Christian life in Piers Plowman. Piers the Plowman, King Arthur, Sir Gawain, Beowulf. So it is Piers Plowman who is representing the ideal Christian life and is seeking salvation, and he is seeking spiritual salvation. Okay. So here A is the right option. What is the central theme of Piers Plowman? The search for the Holy Grail, the journey of the hero, the pursuit of wealth and power, the quest for spiritual salvation. So it is the quest for spiritual salvation is the right option. Piers the Plowman having 3 versions written in Middle English, and the quest for spiritual salvation is the right option here, and it is the central theme of the poem. Okay, and it was written by William Langland. Which of the following works is attributed to John Dover? So Paradise Lost, no. Paradise Lost, John Milton. Canterbury Tales, here it is by Chaucer. Sir Gawain and the Green Knight is with unknown writer. So here Confessio Amenities is the right options, and it means the lovers' confessions of the lovers. So here C is the right option, and John Gower is actually has written the poem Confessio Amenities, and it is written in English. It is written in English. Confessio Amenities is written in English. So the lovers' confession, or the confessions of the lover is the right options. So C is the right option. Next question: Who was the poem Confessio Amenities composed for according to its prologue? Okay. So in the prologue we find that Confessio Amenities was dedicated to king, and who is that king? Okay, William Shakespeare, King Arthur, Richard II, Queen Elizabeth I, Richard II. So Confessio Amenities was written at the request of Richard II. So it was dedicated to Richard II. So yes, he is the right option. And Confessio Amenities was written in English, and its meaning is lovers' confession or the confessions of the lovers. Next question. Sorry, here is the expression. Confessio Amenities, the lovers' confession. It's a 33,000 line Middle English poem by John Gower, which uses the confessions made by an aging lover to the chaplain of Venus as a frame story for a collection of shorter narrative poems. According to its prologue, it was composed at the request of Richard II. So it was composed at the request of Richard II. Confessio Amenities written in English, and its meaning is the lover confessions. And who has written? Is John Gower. John Gower's Confessio Amenities. Next questions. In which language did John Gower write the poem that is the Mirror di l'Homme or Mirror of Mankind? It is also known as Speculum Hominis or Speculum Meditatis. So Mirror di l'Homme or Mirror of Mankind, Speculum Hominis or Speculum Meditatis or Mirror of Meditation. So this book was written by John Gower, but you have to say in which language it was written. Was it French, Latin, English, German. So this book, that is Specula Meditentis, was written in French language. So here A is the right option. What is the title of John Dower's was written in Latin? So John Dower कौन सा book Latin में लिखा गया? So Mirodilo, that is Meditentis, Speculum Meditentis, Vox Clamentis, Confessio Amentis, De Confessio Amentis. So John Dower's work that was written in English, written in Latin, is Vox Clamentis. Vox Clamentis means the voice of one crying out, the voice of one crying out. And this Vox Clamentis was written in Latin, whereas Miro di Lom or Speculum Meditentis was written in French. It was written in French, and Confessio Amantis, the lover confessions, was written in English. The lover's confession was written in English. So these are three important works written by John Gower, whereas William Langland has written Pierce Plowman. Looking at the question number 492, which of the following works by John Gower is written in English? Told earlier that it is the Confessio Amantis was written in English. C is the right answer. Next question: who is the author of the Le Morte author? That is the death of the King Arthur. Le Morte author, the death of King Arthur. Geoffrey Chaucer, Thomas Melody, William Shakespeare, John Milton. So the author, Le Morte author of the death of the King Arthur, this was written by Thomas Melody. Thomas Melody has written this book. Which famous legendary figure is prominently featured in Le Morte author? Robin Hood, King Arthur, Beowulf, Macbeth. So it is about the death of King Arthur. So King Arthur was featured in this work, that is Le Morte author, written by Thomas Melody. Next questions: who is the critic that divided imagination into the primary and the secondary worlds? So imagination was divided into primary and secondary imagination. Who has divided this? T.S. Eliot, S.T. Coleridge, William Gibson, none of this. Because S.T. Coleridge, Samuel Taylor Coleridge has divided imaginations into the primary and the secondary imagination. Next question: the novel Pamela has been, it is an epistolary novel actually. It is an epistolary novel. It's an epistolary novel, and the Pamela has been written by Daniel Defoe, Henry Fielding, Sir Walter Scott, Samuel Richardson. Samuel Richardson is the right option. Samuel Richardson's epistolary novel is Pamela, and here is the explanation. And its subtitle is Virtue Rewarded, Pamela or Virtue Rewarded. So the what is the subtitle of Pamela? And the Pamela's subtitle is Virtue Rewarded, and it was published in 1740, and it is also an epistolary novel by Samuel Richardson. And it is also considered as one of the first true English novels. It serves as Richardson's version of conduct literature about the marriage. Conduct literature about the marriage. Okay. Conduct literature about marriage. Next questions: when Robert Frost awarded first of 4 Pulitzer Prize. So Robert Frost was awarded Pulitzer Prize 4 times. So Robert Frost was awarded with the prestigious Pulitzer Prize 4 times. But when did he receive the first Pulitzer Prize? So it is in 1924. In 1924, Robert Frost won the first Pulitzer Prize. So here 1924 is the C is the right option. And he had received 4 Pulitzer Prize. Frost received his first Pulitzer Prize for New Hampshire in 1924. Other of his Pulitzer Prize winners included collected poems in 1931, A Farther Range in 1937, and A Witness Tree in 1943. Okay, so he had received 4 times Pulitzer Prize. The first theatre in England was established in 1566, 1576, 1586. So it was in 1576. In England, the first theatre was established in 1576, and the name of the theatre was itself the theatre. The name of the theatre itself was theatre. Okay. So the theatre, the first time in England, was established in 1576, and the name of the theatre was the theatre. So 1576 is the right option. C is the right option over here. Next question: who is called rebel poet? P.B. Shelley, John Keats, S.T. Coleridge, Lord Byron. So Percy Bysshe Shelley, P.B. Shelley is known as the rebel poet. A is the right option. Next questions: who wrote the poem The Definition of Love? Andrew Marvell, John Donne, William Butler, John Keats. So it was The Definition of Love was written by Andrew Marvell. Andrew Marvell has written The Definition of Love. And here are some extra questions. During the Old English period, who invaded Britannia or the Great Britain? The Jutes, the Angles and Saxons, all of these, the Danes and Scandinavians. So it was the Angles, Saxons, and the Jutes. So the Angles, Saxons, B is the right option. The Angles, Saxons, and the Jutes. There are three Germanic tribes who had invaded Britannia. So here B is the right option. So the Anglo-Saxons and Jutes who invaded Britain in 5th and 6th century brought with them a common Germanic meter, part of their earliest oral poetry, probably used for panegyric, magic, and sword retreat. By the way, so these are three Anglo-Saxons and Jutes Germanic tribes. They had invaded Britain in the 5th and 6th century. So here, Anglo-Saxons and Jews are the right option. Next question is the novel Roots. The novel Roots was written by Henry Miller, H.G. Wells, Alex Haley, P.D. Shelley. So the Roots was written by Alex Haley. The novel Roots was written by Alex Haley, and its full title is Roots: The Saga of an American Family. Roots: The Saga of an American Family is a 1976 novel by Alex Haley, and it tells the story of Kunta Kinte, an 18th century African captured as an adolescent, sold into slavery in Africa, and transported to North America. It follows his life and the lives of his descendants in the United States down to Haley. So, Roots: The Saga of American Family was written by Alex Haley. Moving on to question number, the number is not given here. Okay. Who has written, next question, who has written Elementary School Classroom in Islam? Who has written Elementary School Classroom in Islam? Rudyard Kipling, Wordsworth, Kamala Das, Stephen Spender. So, Elementary School Classroom in Islam was written by Stephen Spender. And today's last question here: what is the date of Hastings War or the Norman Conquest? 1055, 1066, 1077, 1088. So Hastings War is also known as Norman Conquest. Is also known as Norman Conquest. Norman Conquest happened in 1066. So 1066 is the right option, and here is the explanation. The Battle of Hastings was fought on 14th October 1066 between the Norman French army of William the Duke of Normandy and the English army under Anglo-Saxon King Harold Godwinson, beginning the Norman conquest of England, but it took place approximately 11 km northwest Hastings, close to the present day of town of Battle, East Sussex, and was decisive Norman victory. So the Anglo-Norman, won the victory. So it was the Battle of Hastings. It is known as the Battle of Hastings or the Norman conquest that happened in 1066. So these were all questions that I have discussed along with these questions. I hope that you like the video. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel and tap the bell icon to get more notification that I will upload in future. Stay tuned and be benefited by the free videos. Thank you once again for watching the video.